Hi students, I am Praveen Sebastian Paul. In this lecture, we are discussing the hazardous material spills, release and exposure of those type of spills. The hazardous materials are defined as any biological, chemical or radiological substances that cause or may cause adverse effect on health or safety of individuals, general public or the environment. If there has been a release of chemicals or exposure to potentially hazardous materials, avoid further exposure to the hazard. Contact the police and fire force as soon as it is safe to do so. Be prepared to provide information about the name and quantity of the material, the location of the incident, the number of people who have been injured or exposed, and if fire or explosion has occurred, and finally follow all the instruction that we are given by the authorities. If we believe that the area is unsafe or are told to do so by the emergency responders, evacuate the area immediately. As we evacuate the area, alert others of the release and encourage them to leave the area if it is safe to do so. Assist others who need help for evacuation. Request that exposed individuals remain nearby until emergency responders arrive, and isolate the area and wait for responders to arrive. Do not return to the area until we are told by the responders that it is safe for being there. If we are trained and can do so without risking exposing ourselves to the hazard, turn off any sources of ignition. If it is safe to do so, prevent further chemical release. Attempt to prevent the chemical from entering drains by using absorbent materials or by blocking the drains. Locate the material safety data sheet for the released chemical and provide it to the responders. If the incident occurs outdoors, close doors and windows to isolate the area if possible. If we are outdoor during the emergency, we may be directed to go or stay indoor and shelter in place. If the release or spills is minor and there is no immediate threat to the personal safety, health or the environment, if capable and we have the proper equipment, we can clean the spills ourselves. If I or someone else has been exposed to a hazardous material and if it is safe to do so, brush the dry chemical or material off ourselves or others. Rinse the affected area with water for 15 minutes or until the responders arrive. Utilize an emergency shower or eye wash station if available. If illness or injury is present, provide care for the injuries if we are comfortable for doing so. Notify the emergency responders of the exposure immediately. A hazardous material spills includes biological, chemical and radiological materials pose a serious risk if not promptly and properly responded by the individuals who initially identify the spills and the appropriate emergency response staff. The general hazardous material spills response procedures include rescue, confine, report, secure and cleanup. In the rescue, evacuate the spill area, provide assistance including the use of safety showers and eye washes. In the confine procedure, confine the spill area by closing the nearest door to the spill area. Isolate the contaminated person and do not allow them to leave or spread contamination. Cover the drain to prevent spill from entering into the environment. thirdly, in the report procedure, immediately report the spill to the appropriate emergency response office as specified in the material specific spill cleanup procedures. Provide the information on injured staff, type of hazardous material spills, and estimated quantity and location of that material hazardous spill. Fourth procedure is to secure that area. Secure the area until emergency response personnel arrive to ensure no one enter the spill area. If the area has multiple entrances, be sure to locate the staff at all entrances to prevent the entry to that particular point. And finally, during the cleanup procedure, cleanup must be conducted by qualified personnel with appropriate training, protective equipment, and cleanup materials. Depending upon the nature and size of the spill, trained department or laboratory staff may be able to clean up the spills. So dear students, in this lecture we had discussed the hazardous material spill, release and exposure to those spills. So dear students, kindly go through these assignment questions. The first question is, what are the steps to be taken during the release of hazardous material? And the second question is, write about the response procedures during hazardous material spills. In the upcoming lecture, we will discuss the risk factors like campus shooting, terrorist incidents, and disaster classifications. So dear students, see you soon. Until then, goodbye, thank you, and all the best.